Hi, this is Glacier Wolf Rocky here, and we are doing something a little bit different today. So, I have here, kind of hard to see all of it, but you can kind of get the gist. This is, here, I'll turn it this way. See the whole thing? But this is a trading card game. It's out of print, and has been out of print for 15 years or so. This is the Pirates of the Caribbean trading card game. So you can pause it here if you want to read. I'm just going to go right into opening this up. So I have 3 boxes of these that I got off of eBay, as well as 1 box of the Avatar trading card game from the same system coming. So to explain a little bit about what this is if you don't know, the QuickStrike trading card game system is a system made by Upper Deck Entertainment, and basically it's a few different themed card sets that all work within the same trading card game system so that you can actually play them interchangeably. So if you had a Pirates of the Caribbean deck out of this set, and then you had an Avatar, The Last Airbender deck out of the Avatar set, then you could actually play them against each other because it uses the exact same rules to play this game. So that's the basis of what it is. It's just a trading card game that's long been out of print. They made an Avatar theme set, a Pirates of the Caribbean theme set, and also it's called the Shaman King, something I'm not familiar with, but something like that. So I'm just going to do 1 box for now, even though I have 3. The Avatar box actually isn't coming yet. And this is not a booster box, even though you might think it sort of looks like it. This is actually a starter set, as you might be able to see, if I can get it right there. There's a wall right here, so I'm doing my best. But yeah, it's a 2-player starter set. It comes with 60 cards and 2 chamber cards. Chamber cards are these things. They're sort of like, if you have, it's like your character, basically. That's like leading your army of cards. Sort of like a planeswalker. Actually, you can see my mat is from Magic the Gathering. It's sort of like a planeswalker card in a sense, but like you just, you have it for the whole game, and you can use attacks from inside it during the game when you fulfill certain requirements. So yeah, we have 60 cards in here. These cards are randomized, so there's actually a reason, and this is what the inside of the box looks like. There's actually a reason to buy multiple starter sets. You could also buy a booster box and you get a lot more cards, but it's also a lot more expensive, and I didn't have like a couple $100 to spend on a booster box, so I just got a few starter sets instead, which the Pirates ones are pretty cheap, actually. Here's like the rule book. The Avatar The Last Airbender ones are more expensive, even though they're all out of print. For some reason, the Avatar ones are a lot more expensive that I could find. And the only place I could really find them was on eBay for a decent price, or kind of at all. But I'm collecting this set. I was actually only going to collect the Avatar ones for now, but then I saw that there were the Pirate starter sets for pretty cheap, so I decided to grab these. So yeah, this is the rule book. It tells you how to play the game and all that sort of stuff. Some cool art on the map from the movie. One of the movies, probably the first movie, because I think this came out. Actually, I don't know what this might be themed on, like the. Oh no, it's called Dead Man's Chest, so it's probably themed on the 2nd movie, or maybe the 2nd and 3rd ones. I'm not sure. Sometimes they combine like the 2nd and 3rd movies together for media, like video games and stuff, so it might just be like, or it could be the first 3 movies, who knows. I don't know what it's based on. The Avatar one's only based on the 1st season of the show. They never got to making another set for the next season. And then, it's going to be hard to show this. We got a playmat, and so yeah, we have the green zone, This game is actually played in 3 zones. We have our allies. You can have an ally in each zone, and you have 3 zones. And basically, cards cost an amount of energy based on the zones. So the cards that are like more powerful will cost like yellow and red energy. The less powerful ones will just cost green energy, stuff like that. And it's got actually some really cool art. If you can see it. It's really hard with my setup to show this. It's got that and that one. Sorry for all the noise too, but it's very new paper. And we got that one. I might just post pictures of this stuff on Twitter or something. If you want to go look on my Twitter, it's going to be linked in the description, and you can go check out better pictures of what this stuff looks like. Alright, so we're not really going to be looking at any more at the rules or the playmats or anything like that. It comes with 2 playmats because it's a 2-player starter set. So we're just going to open the 1 box for now, because I'm a little limited on time, but I wanted to get a video recorded and released. So I wanted to open at least one of these boxes. And yeah, these cards are randomized, so it's sort of like opening a booster box. Sort of. Not really. I'm actually just going to put that aside. We're just going to do 1/2 of it. You're supposed to like play with like 30 cards per player in the starter set, even though the actual legal card minimum is 60. And also, you have to follow like some requirements. So you have these traits that each chamber card has, and as you can see, this is Will Turner. It has 2 sides, different art on each side. Looks really cool. And yeah, you have to follow these traits when you build your deck. And that's another reason why you can't really play a legal deck out of 1-2 player starter set, because for 1 you're gonna have 30 cards, for 2 they're probably not gonna all be matching up with these traits that you have to have. This is sort of like if you play Commander in Magic the Gathering, these are kind of like the colors that you have to follow. You have to have these traits only on your cards, and one of these stands for strikes, one of these stands for allies, and one of them stands for, I believe, advantages. Advantages are kind of like the spell cards. Allies are like helper cards that sort of stick around on the field, and then strikes are your attack cards they use to actually attack your opponent. I'm not going to really explain in depth into the rules because this is just an unboxing video, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what we're looking at. Oops. And there I go. Dropping the card. Well done, me. So inside here, if I can open it. Oh my goodness. It's kind of stiff. Okay, there we go. So this slides out, and then you actually have a strike, your attack, on both sides. I honestly don't remember which side is the face-up side. I want to say it's this side, because this is the side that has your traits on it. But I'm not actually sure which side you start face up. I would say it would be this side, though, because this side has the less powerful strike, it looks like. Because this has more, that's your defense, that's your attack. So I'm not sure, but yeah, you get to use both of these at some point when you're able to actually trigger your use of this, which honestly I can't remember how you trigger being able to use this. I think you actually might just be able to use it any time whenever you have these energies available, but I'm not positive of that. So yeah, that's 1 chamber card. We're just going to put that to the side. I hope the camera will focus to see more. It looks like it's doing just fine. I haven't seen any disfocus. Also, part of this is actually testing my my lighting, because I'm using like a little clip thing that I have clipped on above me, and the phone is hanging down on it. And so it actually has 2 parts to it. One part is the clip for the phone, the other part is a ring light, like a little ring light. So I might use a ring light next time I do one of these unboxings. I'm probably only going to get through this one box today. Sorry about that. One starter set, which I'm just calling a box. So, here's an advantage. So, your opponent can't deploy or reflip. Reflip, I believe, is a mechanic that is on some cards that just allows you to reflip a card if you need a better card. Deploy, I haven't heard of. I think deploy might be a Pirates of the Caribbean specific ability. Just for this set. So, I don't know. I have an advantage. Goodnight Captain. That's just a strike that has no additional effects. It's really defensive. It's a 7/1, so if you want to make sure your opponent can't get through and hit you very easily. Rachel Darling. I don't know that character. That's an ally, so you flip it into one of your, or you put it into one of your zones. You actually flip cards from the top of your deck into a specific zone based on how much you've been hit, I believe, is what determines which zone you're flipping into. Like, I think each time you get hit, you have to go back a zone, basically. And so, you flip allies into whichever zone that you just are flipping into at the moment. Or you play them into that zone, rather. Hunted Down. Same character on this card. Immediate. Player of your choice reveal the top card of his or her deck. It's pretty cool, then you know what's coming up next. Only one green energy, which is the easiest to get. Well, sometimes. Incoming. Incendiary Shot. Claimed by the Depths. I hope I'm actually showing these off well. X marks the spot. Brutes from the Deep. You can always pause the video if you actually want to read these. Marty. Oh, that's the little guy as part of the Black Pearls crew. Return the Favor. I think I might remember this part. This is when Will sticks a bomb into the one dude's, I think this is from Curse of the Black Pearl. He sticks it into this one dude's, like, chest. One of the cursed pirates from the first movie. Some of this looks like it might be based on, like, I think there's, like, comics and, like, a TV show and stuff, too. So it might partially be based on that. Bloody Pirates. That's when she, like, has to row her way to shore or whatnot at one point. Down the Barrel. I love seeing this art. This art is so cool. I recognize all these characters. Looking for Trouble. I keep, like, I'm looking at the cards themselves and not through my camera, and I should be looking through my camera. Your opponent reveals his or her current signature move. Signature move are what the things are called inside the chamber cards. I think they're always strikes. They might sometimes be an advantage, I'm not sure. When you celebrate, you may eliminate an ally. Know the Ropes. Dangerous Boneheads. I just like the name and the art on that card a lot. Up the Side. I'm so glad I got these because I really love the Pirates movies. I've watched them a lot, all of them. And so I like seeing all these, like, scenes that I recognize. Jack the Monkey. Cursed Primate. I didn't even notice there was a little, like, subtext or whatever it's called. Like, describing them as something. Because I think you might be able to get allies that, are like the same character, but they might have like different abilities, but I'm not sure. They might just be a name for fun. Catherine Blades, Pirate for Hire. I don't recognize that name, so maybe that's not someone from the live action movies. Parting Shot. That is like a cannon symbol. I think there's some symbols that are exclusive only to each individual like card set. And I think that probably is one of them. Like there's, how do I describe this? Actually, I might be able to show you. So if we look in the rule book, it should show us all the trait symbols. Maybe. I remember in the Avatar one it did. This is the first Pirates one I've gotten, so I haven't actually really looked at it. Oh, here it is. So basically, the strike, advantage, and ally symbols, those are all universal through the whole QuickStrike system. But then we have the Pirates one, which is exclusive symbols that are only for this set. And the Avatar one and the Shaman King one are going to have different symbols for this one here. And we can see that there's a fourth symbol down here, and that's for the exclusive one. And then these three are the universal ones. So when you're actually building decks, I believe you are going to have to, whatever your chamber card is, you are going to probably have to use the cards from that set to build the deck. Because, well, unless they don't have one of these in the corner. Like, so this has this symbol in the corner. So you can only use this with a chamber card that has that symbol there, I believe. But then this one doesn't have any symbol in the corner. So you would probably actually be able to use this in a deck for like the Avatar with an Avatar chamber card, because it doesn't have a symbol that makes it specific to something on this card. It's like a generic card, basically. They can be used in any deck. So some of them you will be able to use probably across. You can like mix cards together from the different sets, but for the most part, you're probably going to end up sticking to whatever set that chamber card is in. It's just fine. It's still cool that you can play like an Avatar deck against a Pirates deck. That's still a pretty cool thing. Anyway, we already looked at that one. Hail of Fire, Parting Shot, Disarm, Improvised Tactics, Walk the Plank, One Good Deed. Was that where he took on the Kraken all by himself, everyone else escaped? Although it wasn't really a good deed, because he actually, like, they kind of forced him to do it with the captain goes down with the ship thing. He actually was trying to escape. I don't know, that might be a different part. Rifle class? What's a... Oh, rifle, like a gun rifle. For some reason my brain was like, what's a rifle? Paired Blades. I don't know if I remember that scene. Like, it's vaguely in the back of my mind, but I don't quite remember what exactly that scene is denoting. Okay, so now we just have the other half. So you can see the other chamber card. Alright, so we got Barbossa. Will and Barbossa, I think, are pretty cool two to get. So, this is, I think, the front, maybe. And, as you can see, the symbols are different. It's both got the same strike symbol. For the advantage and the ally, there's different symbols. And it's got also different, like, set-specific symbols, too. And we can look inside, if I can actually open this one. Okay, this one came up much easier. So yeah, there we go. Is it focusing? Okay, I have to read it sideways if it's not focusing well enough to read, but okay, so we got that side and we got this side. Curse of Undeath. Definitely matches Barbosa. That's great. It's a 7/7 for 1 yellow. Which makes me think you definitely gotta do something specific to trigger this, because, well, this has no cost at all. This one is just 1 yellow, so I don't remember what it is, but I imagine you have to do something specific to be able to use your signature move. Alright, and then here's the other 30 cards that we got. Moonlight Ambush. It likes to glare in the middle, it looks like. Probably should definitely use the ring light on my next one. Probably better lighting, not getting that little glare. I'm just really enjoying looking at the art and the names and seeing all the different scenes. Aye, because it's an eye. And that's hilarious. I'm easily amused, but that's still hilarious. Jeremiah Hampton, Lesser Royalty. I might recognize that guy, but didn't know his name. Maybe. Gotta adjust my position here. Crazed Leap. Boarding Action. Brutes from the Deep. Know the Ropes. There's a pun with ropes there. I see ropes. I don't remember this scene though either. I have a feeling some of these are from not the movies. Because I don't recognize some of these scenes. Kindle and Char. Proper Leverage. Will Turner. Yes. Great ally. And we can actually put Will into his own deck because it's the proper symbol. Pirate Justice. Nice glare. Luckily the glare is just in the bottom right corner, which we don't care about looking at. It's just the showing the name. Drafted. Okay, we got a card with Deploy on. I haven't even been looking at the text down here, but we can read it. Our allies have Deploy free. As you play an ally, you may move it to any of your empty ally spaces. Okay, that's cool. Cotton S, or I was reading that like Cotton S Parrot, like a fancy name with a middle initial of S. Cotton's Parrot. Strangling Grip. Hammerfall. That's the place in Skyrim. Wait, it's Hammerfell. It's not in Skyrim. It's like, isn't it its own country? Parlay. I guess is how it's pronounced, because that's how they pronounce it in the movies. I'll probably have pronounced it Parley. It's probably French or something. Hand to Hand. Very nice. I almost said Captain S Choice again. I'm reading, the top of the card is kind of far away from where I'm actually sitting and trying to read it from, so sometimes reading it a little hard to read those with the possessives on it. Branch Out. Because she's throwing a branch. Is that supposed to be Elizabeth? I assume so. I don't know who the other person is, though. Jack Sparrow. In Jack Sparrow's zone, you may use green energy to pay yellow cyborg costs on your advantages and allies. That's really nice. Because I think, I don't remember from playing this game, it's been a while, but I think usually like the actual energy colors green than yellow than red, like they get increasingly harder to actually produce. Because you want to stay in the green as much as possible, because when you get farther back, like into the red, then you're one hit away from well, your opponent gets a point, but it's sort of like losing health, I think. If they hit you 3 times, then they win. So you don't want, obviously you don't want to get hit past your defenses. So, when you, if I remember correctly, when you go to your turn, you take your card that you have in your current zone of whatever you're in, and you flip it into your energy. Or something. Wait, no, that might be the discard. There's some way you can flip cards into your energy, but only in the zone you're currently attacking from. So, if you're back in the red, then you're in a dangerous spot. So you don't want to be there, but then you also can't really get energy very easily there. So, I was going to say this is not going to actually be an explanation of how to play the game, especially when I only half remember how to play the game, but that was just kind of relevant. Basically saying Jack Sparrow is very helpful. Being able to pay green costs and save your yellow. Or being able to use green to pay yellow costs and save your green. Save your yellow? You know what I'm saying, I'm sure. People who are paying attention. Set ablaze. Also, I didn't really read that, but hopefully they're ready for anything. That's what it's called. I think that's it's Barbo. So this looks like it's mainly based on Curse of the Black Pearl and Dead Man's Chest. Maybe? I think all the first 3 Pirates movies had already come out by the time this game came out, so it might be based on all 3, but I definitely noticed a lot of stuff from the Black Pearl in here. Set ablaze. And I think also some from Dead Man's Chest, too. One shot. I mean, it's called Dead Man's Chest. You would think it would at least be based on Dead Man's Chest, and it's obviously also based on the Black Pearl, so we can at least say it's based on the first 2 movies. Let's just say that. J. Binney. Don't know who that is. And also probably from some other Pirates media, like comics or an animated show or something. Or I just don't recognize these characters' names or something. Through the smoke was the last card. Then we have permission to come aboard. Captain. I added the captain part. Evasive. Almost dropping the card. Evasive action. And you will serve. And that's all. By the way, there are foil cards in this card game, and I don't think you really ever get them, if at all, in the starter sets. You would to get foils, you would have to probably open booster packs. So you'd want to get a booster box or some just individual booster packs. If you really are willing to spend money, you can just get booster boxes like on eBay. There's a couple of them. I haven't just seen enormous amount of people selling booster boxes, but they're around. They're expensive. I think since this game is out of print, it's up there. Maybe probably $100 to $200 in that range for a booster box, which I don't know how many packs are in them. Maybe like 30. I have never ever gotten a booster box in any card game, so I don't know what kind of the standard you get for that price is. Also, I don't know how much these cards are worth. You might actually be able to get plenty of value in card prices out of this. I don't think there's like an official card pricing like there is for like Magic cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards or, you know, the popular card games, Pokemon cards, where you actually have like an official meta price that the community or the sellers, I guess, decide that the card is worth based on how much it's being played currently and all that. I mean, this game's out of print, no one plays it. So there's not really any way to determine the value of an individual card since they're not played. So I think that the card prices are just going to be whatever the sellers decide, like the individual sellers on eBay. I don't think I saw this game on anything like TCG Player or Card Kingdom, so eBay seems to be the only place you can really get it that is sort of reliable. So these are, I mean, obviously I can't show you all the cards that we got, but here's the chamber cards yet again, and then you can turn them over for some more cool art. And then we got our 2 stacks of cards. if you actually want to play this, like from a starter pack, you can probably just, there's probably 30 cards in one pile, 30 in the other. I didn't count, but I assume that there are 30 in each. These cards are a little bit beat up, like they're not completely flat. It might just be due to sitting in a box and being moved around though. It'll probably straighten out a bit if I put them in a card binder, that's what I'm going to do. But if you can see, if I turn this sideways, like you can see how not flat these cards are. But they're not in horrible condition. There's no like rips or tears or anything. They're just a little bit bent, and I'm not surprised. These cards are probably like 15 years old, so I'm not really surprised that they're not in pristine condition, perfectly flat. They're still kind of matte, or not matte, mint, as they are. The seller actually, it looks like they pretty much took care of them. Probably just left them in a box for 15 years, but they took care of them. Like, they're not super messed up, so I'm happy with the quality. I think I got each of these Pirates boxes for about $10 value. One of them I got from one seller and bought 2 of them. It just came as a 2-pack, actually. And it was probably like $22 or something, and I think the other box was around $10, $12, something like that. So the Pirates ones you can get for a decent amount. And it's definitely worth getting if you're wanting to collect these cards, like collect all of them, to at least probably start out getting some starter sets, because they're pretty cheap and they're randomized cards. So you can get, you can possibly get a whole bunch of cards you don't have each time that you get one of these. They're not as fun to open as card packs or anything, and you don't get you're not guaranteed to get a certain amount of rares or whatever. I think that the rarity on these cards is determined by this right here. I think white is common. See if we can see anything that's not white. Yellow is probably rare. Oh, I think actually black is common, white is uncommon, yellow is rare, but don't quote me on that. I think that's all the rarities. It probably says in like the guide or rule book. Yeah, this thing probably says in here about the rarity too. So that's gonna be it for this video. This actually took a while, but I'm also kind of figuring out how to do this. This is the first time I've ever done an unboxing video, and my space is a little weirdly set up as it is. So hopefully it went okay, and I think my mic on this phone that I'm using is pretty good. So I'm just using the phone right from the mic. Hopefully it's decent. It's been picking up my voice and not too much of the crinkling at the beginning of the video with all the paper. But let me know what you think, and if you'd like to see more of these. I still have 2 more of these Pirates boxes that I bought, starter sets, and then I have 1 Avatar one also coming in the mail as well. And I'm going to add them all to my collection of QuickStrike cards. And I actually don't even have binders for the Pirates cards yet, so I'll have to buy a couple binders for that. But I do have my Avatar cards all already in a binder that I've gotten so far. I've gotten like 2, 3 starter sets, maybe like a booster pack at some point for the Avatar cards. So I already have a decent collection of cards. I would say maybe I have at least 1 of each for about half of the set or so. There's also some like promos and stuff. Like I think there's like Burger King promos for Avatar cards, which you could probably find online, but like probably not going to get those out of a starter pack or a booster box, or starter box or booster pack. Did I reverse those? So those you probably have to find individually online from eBay sellers or something if they're around. I haven't really looked yet. I'm just trying to collect like in bulk the cards in general, and then I'm gonna probably start buying individual cards. I might buy like a booster box for each of these sets or something at some point. Just that'll give me a whole ton of cards, and then I can start buying individual ones, because my plan is to collect all of these, and I thought I would make a video, since I was already getting them anyway, of unboxing, because I thought it would be fun. So if you liked this, then please let me know that you liked this, maybe what I could do to improve it. Lighting, sound, holding the cards better, so there's not glare, which would also, the lighting would also help with that. And in a couple months, I'll probably be in a better space to also record this, so that will help as well. But for now, this is what I got, and hopefully this was decent enough. Thank you for watching, and that's all I have for you for now. So, bye. See you on